What is up, guys? This is McMahon Chief in here, and I'm along with
me, Jack, yet again.
And today we're back with our second episode of the podcast. So we have quite a good lot of books today, so why should we just waste time? You know the agenda. If you've seen the first episode, let's get into it. So, Jack, would you like to talk about your stack of books first?
Yep, today I have a book right here for the grim and gritty age of the 80s, another from the 90s. For the new age of the 90s, and one for the current period. Two from DC, one Marvel, two featuring the Dark Knight, and one featuring the leader of S.H.I.E.L.D., pretty much. First up, Batman, A Lonely Place of Dying, written by the creative team that brought you Crisis on Infinite Earths 30 years ago this year, Mark Wolfman and George Perez. Although this is also drawn by Joe Perro, the art is pretty much excellent all around. The characters are vibrant. The storytelling is quickly paced, but not too much to the point where it's all action. No time to reflect or anything else. Frankly, do see a little bit of a small moment between the original Robin, Dick Grayson, now Nightwing, the leader of Teen Titans, and Tim Drake, a kid who's now stumbled upon the dynamic duo's secret identities, and as such, now wants to actually become their partner, or at least help them any way he can.
Yeah, I've actually read this Batman story as well, and it has some of the best pacing I've ever seen in a comic. The number one title for me still goes to The Killing Joke, but Batman: A Lonely Place of Dying is very close in that spot.
Pretty much. Second up, we skip forward over almost 20 or so years to the new Batman, Jim Gordon, going right out of the events of what was it again? Oh yeah, Convergence. Yeah, Convergence.
He keeps forgetting that name.
I know, because frankly there have been way too many crossovers. Frankly, I mean, come on. There was Crisis on Infinite Earths, then 0 Hour Crisis of Time. I'm sure you guys saw that on our last episode. Then we had DC 1 Million, Infinite Crisis.
The Crisis books, like Final Crisis, Identity Crisis, Infinite Crisis.
So forth. That happened all throughout 2005, all the way to 2008 or so on and on. Then finally, 2012, you have the New 52, and of course, they just had to do it all over again.
Yeah, and Marvel has that problem, but even worse.
I know, they keep on relaunching characters and titles every so often. I mean, look, they have a new #1 issue every single week of almost every single month. Yeah, and you can't blame them. Frankly, even though they're doing good at the box office and all, and on your TV screens with ABC's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and so forth, they still have quite a bit to go to actually relaunch their characters. I mean, for crying out loud, Sam Wilson, the Falcon, is now Captain America. And Steve Rogers has grown old. Definitely not the best idea.
But that's not even the worst of Secret Wars. Mm-hmm. The worst mistake. That mistake goes to putting Miles Morales in the normal Marvel universe.
I know, Ultimate Spider-Man, frankly, by Michael Bendis, I will say, wherever you are, I will say this: you did a very good job killing off Peter Parker and then in the Ultimate Universe, and then reintroducing a new Spider-Man. But I don't know whose idea it was to actually put Miles Morales in the main Marvel Universe anyway. It wasn't, and trust me, I'm sure it's not Hickman. You know how the editorialship is on both the big two, right? Because frankly, hey,
Hickman's still ruling the Marvel Universe.
I know, but frankly, I don't know exactly when he's gonna go off. But hey, I really don't know at this point. I really don't care, because me, I'm more of an old. I'm still trying to catch up with most of the past. I'm still trying to read as many of the major story arcs that happen all through the 20th century before I get on to the 21st. Frankly, I have read most of the 21st century titles, but I still got a lot to catch. But still, I've got way too much to catch up on.
Yeah, and he's just now reading Sandman.
No, I'm not. I'm already up past the 4th volume.
You were just you're legitimately, like, still, like, you're reading it for the first time.
I know, and it's a very good book. I have seen before.
It's a masterpiece.
I know, it's a masterpiece. It's something that both literary critics and comic book fans should enjoy. Both adults and kids. Well, at least young adults. You know how it is in Vertigo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but let's enough about events and
series and all, and let's get on with it. Next, we have...
we barely talked about this book.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Anyway, for those of you fans who have not been reading lately, Convergence, or any of the Batman titles right now, they're still trying to catch up on that one book or anything, Jim Gordon is now the new Batman. Spoiler alert! Sorry, Batman is now been pronounced dead in the wake of Joker's attack on the Gotham Narrows.
Endgame.
And Powers Corporation has taken control of Wayne Enterprises and all of its associates. Associates and shifted Batman to more state-oriented. Make it more state-oriented, which means, frankly, local government. Batman is now working with the local government and national government, and local police and all to actually curtail the rising crime in the wake of the Joker's attack.
I could probably make a wall with these. Whatever.
Who knows?
It could be like Attack on Titan, just like grab. It could be just like
please. Yeah, haha, I know.
I just think you would go back.
All right. Anyway, my last book of all, and what I must say pretty much is one event that was never actually implemented much into the main Marvel continuity, but has now actually been set part of Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier. Is this Marvel Comics Nick Fury versus S.H.I.E.L.D., a nearly forgotten title from the 1980s. Frankly, in this book, Nick Fury, after almost 20 years on working with S.H.I.E.L.D., is now starting to realize that something strange is going on as base operations. Base operations, or frankly, the whole. It's not just his. The main headquarters of S.H.I.E.L.D., it's all over. It's all over. All over. We're trying to... Well, pretty much because recently the main helicarrier has crashed in the Nevada desert. Upon a retreat expedition, they actually... Upon a small S.H.I.E.L.D. expedition to recover the craft, or at least its main nuclear power source, The team finds out that someone else has been trying to find it, and trying to find the nuclear energy and that nuclear reactor, and it will stop at nothing. But also they seem to have ties to Hydra, AIM, and them, and so forth. Trust me, you do not want to know the end. You do not want to know the ending. I'm not going to say it here because, hey, even though I gave you a spoiler earlier, I'm a man of my word, and I will not ever leak out any details that aren't unnecessary.
I like the art.
I agree with you too. I do like it.
It has that 80s feel.
Yes, but it's also brooded. It's dark. It's brooding. But yeah, it hardly goes back to the white. It hardly goes back to the white days of Marvel in the 1960s, frankly.
And also back to the days where big fat books like this were only $16.
I know.
Now this book would be like 30 or 40.
Yes, agreed.
Alright, so is there anything else you want to say about your stack of books?
Well, frankly, no. Although, I do want to actually put out a movie review. Mind if we actually implement that for our podcast?
Sure.
Why not? Why not? Anyway, I recently went to see Marvel's Ant-Man, and I have to say this. It was spectacular. It was all around a very good movie. Perfect pacing, good blend of humor and action. Just like Guardians of the Galaxy. Marvel has yet again revived an old fading property and given a new, fresh look on it. Reintroduced it to both comic book fans and the general public. I have to say also the revised history of the Marvel movie continuity is also a little bit more strange, but still it works. It actually fits actually fits in with what we have going on right now. Frankly, it works. All in all.
I have not seen Ant-Man yet, but I have seen Guardians of the Galaxy, and I know what that's like. And from Marvel's fantastic run of movies, I think Marvel absolutely crushes DC in terms of movies. I think I'm going to really enjoy Ant-Man, and despite me reading barely any Ant-Man.
Thankfully, don't listen to him though. Thankfully, DC is catching up. But Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice is only 1 year away. You heard me, folks. 1 year away.
Yeah, but for every Dark Knight and just for every Dark Knight that you get Superman for Green Lantern. I think that Green Lantern movie is awful.
Yeah, a lot said that. And Ryan Reynolds did a good job of the movie, but the pacing was not really good. A little bit slow here, a little bit too fast. A little bit too much. A little bit too slow here. A little bit too fast. You're fast because somebody really messed up on the throttle.
Yeah, and I just don't think that Green Lantern movie was good. But I do have faith in him with Deadpool.
Yes, I agree. I saw that test footage. Very hilarious. Yeah, it also very cool. Very cool, awesome, and in true fashion, it is that Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool.
Yeah, I think he's great with the role. Now, on to my stack of books. Usually my stack of books is a lot larger than Jack's. This time it's only one book more than Jack's. This may be a little bit of a shorter episode. So, first up, I have a classic. I have a classic that I just finished up. I'm not going to show all the books. I'm just going to show the last. Alan Moore's Swamp Thing.
Volume 6.
Yeah, the final volume. And it's a really good book. But to herald it, besides Sandman, is one of the greatest comics, in my opinion, is just a lie. I think it's still a great book, don't get me wrong, but it has definitely slowed down. It has its pacing issues. It has sloppy commentary here and there, but I love Swamp Thing, the character. I think the story and writing's great. It's just that I have a few minor problems with the book, and I wouldn't herald it as a amazing masterpiece, but it's still a great book.
Yeah, I have to say, Alan Moore was trying to go off a bang at least. What he got was a little bit something more.
Yeah, but Alan Moore pretty much made the character what he is.
Definitely, and along the way, actually read the fine comics.
Yeah, Alan Moore Swamp Thing. If you are interested, check it out, but if you are just whatever about this book, still give the first volume a try, but if you don't like the first volume, I wouldn't continue it because it does somewhat get worse, but not to the point where it's like, oh my god, there's such a drop in quality. You notice it, but it's not like dramatic. But overall, I'm very, very pleased with Alan Moore Swamp Thing, and I can be safely proud of owning the whole run. Next up, this is the book I'm most excited about, the most excited about. Witches. Now, the reason why I'm excited about this book is because it has the same creative team, or at least the same writer and main artist of Batman: The Black Mirror.
Yes, Grant Morrison, I'm guessing?
No, Scott Snyder.
Oh yeah, Snyder, and I keep on forgetting the Black Mirror was written by Snyder and Jock.
Yeah, and Jock. Yeah, and oh my goodness, I love this book. I think this book is absolutely fantastic. Yeah,
Snyder is a very good writer, and you have to remember he's had quite a bit of experience. Instead of growing up in New York, he's grown up on Long Island. He's been everywhere, almost done everything. I should have said everywhere. I should have said almost everywhere. But frankly, he's all around. He may be an all around average guy, but he has a good gift. He's both a novelist and a comic writer. Can you read that?
But Neil Gaiman.
Yes.
No, all right. But also Jock. Bravo. This is some of the best art I've ever seen in a comic. Hands down.
Yes.
Here, take a look at this.
Yes, very amazing. Yes, very amazing. Very detailed.
It's graphic, but it's weirdly beautiful.
Yes, it has its own unique flavor, its own unique taste.
Like, look at this! Look at this!
The carp latte is very, very hideous, but yet also fits in.
Yeah, it works so well with this book, and it's hands down Image's best. Well, technically, Wicked and Divine came out, and I think that's even better than this. But this is definitely the best Image comic of the later half of 2014. It is fantastic, and I finally was able to read it in trade because it is nearly impossible to hunt down #1 of this book. Like, it's only like an $8 book, but it is hard to hunt down a first printing. Now, next up is something straight from the New 52, Animal Man by Jeff Lemire.
Volume 4.
Yeah, and I'm almost done with the book. All I have is this Volume 5, which I have on reserve, and I'm done. But this series, if you guys haven't seen my video of it, not my video, top 10 favorite graphic novels, you know that I put this on here. Now, even though this is still a fantastic series, I think I would put in my Essex County review, I said that I missed 2 other books. And this would be one of the books I'd replace, because this volume was, like Swamp Thing, it went downhill, but it's still good.
Yes, it's still on level ground. There's hardly any bumps and potholes on the road. You're just going. It's just a little bit. The road's just a little bit curved.
Yeah, but I'm kind of worried because it's supposed to have an epic conclusion, but from what I read of this volume, I'm kind of worried about that because usually Jeff Lemire brings some of the greatest endings to any comic I've ever seen in my life, like Sweet Tooth, which had one of the greatest endings, period. But superhero comics are kind of hard to end with.
Not really, because you have to remember these superheroes have been around since the 1930s, and even before that, if you go back to the 20s with Pulp Fiction and all.
Yeah, but it's kind of just
they're timeless. They're iconic.
They're iconic, but it's not like ending the characters, just ending a storyline.
Yes, exactly. But that's kind of hard to do because the public will eventually get tired of, and they all lived happily ever after. It's something that
But luckily, I heard. Oh, you go ahead. Sorry.
It's something the writers have constantly done over the years, and they have done stories where the ending is different, not what you would expect. Something completely, well, like thinking out of the box.
Yeah, but this book, I heard. I don't know what the ending is. I don't have a single clue, but all I know is that it's dark. I heard this has one of the darkest endings to any comic in DC history, I think. And Jeff Lemire has done a spectacular job. Like I said, this volume went a tiny bit downhill, but it's still a great series. Guys, check it out. The first 3 volumes are masterpieces. Like, that Swamp Thing tie-in is unbelievable. I love this book.
Yep.
And also, before I get to my last book, I just want to mention, Scott Snyder and Jeff Lemire are teaming up for a graphic novel. My 2 favorite current comic creators.
What is it called?
AD Afterlife, After Death.
Alright, and what it's about?
I don't know. All I know is that it's written by Scott Snyder and drawn by Jeff Lemire. I am so excited for it, and the reason why I don't know anything is because I just want to hop on it blind. I just want it to be as much enjoyed as possible.
But you gotta remember, be careful what you wish for. You might get what you least expect.
Yeah, but seriously, I have not read a single Jeff Lemire book that has been quote-unquote bad. And same thing with Scott Snyder.
Agreed.
So I do have faith in them.
Yes.
Even though I do view a few of their works as okay, it's good. But I'm not going to drag on that conversation anymore. I am ending this on kind of a bad note. I got this book because it was created by Rick Remender, who did Black Science, and I think he did Uncanny Avengers, which was I didn't really particularly like Uncanny Avengers, but I did like Black Science a lot. So, I got this. Low. And
it's at all-time low.
Yep! This is Rick Remender at his worst. I think this book is just bad. I think it's really, really bad.
Just like my bad jokes. It's just as low as you go. No.
But yeah, this book is just so bad. I know a lot of people. I know quite a bit of people enjoy this book, but the art, like, I kind of like the art style, but what the art is made of, like what it's supposed to be, is just hideous. Like it is like it's just it's unnecessarily sexual. It's unnecessarily violent and vulgar. Rick Remender is just like, I think he's just getting full of himself at this point. I think he's just becoming a pretentious man. And it's such a shame because he's written so many good stuff, and I'm kind of worried about Black Science Volume 3 because I haven't heard the greatest things about that, or at least I've heard nothing spectacular about it. But Low was not a good book in the slightest. I didn't like it at all.
So our rating is not out of 10. It's actually a -10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not the worst thing I ever read. That goes to Jonathan Hickman's Avengers. If you're watching Hickman, change your style. But but it's definitely up there. This was a bad book. I mean, really bad.
Just like I'm sure. What else? What was I doing? Oh yeah, just like I'm sure. Barack Obama's. No. That's not it.
Want to talk about Barack
Obama? I don't know. Yeah, just came to my mind.
Are we gonna discuss that Barack Obama Spider-Man story?
Yeah, probably a little. But, yeah, that Barack Obama Spider-Man story. Really, Marvel? Really? Come on, you don't need to endorse a president. It's okay if it's set in the past, and you're dealing with such types as Captain America and Franklin Delano Roosevelt. But other than that, nothing. Other than that, I really don't see the point.
Yeah, but oh yeah. Oh, I know I don't have the book with me, but I forgot to talk about this book in my first episode. Zot by Scott McCloud. I recently read the whole run. Unbelievable. It pretty much combines American storytelling with Japanese storytelling, and it's a fantastic, fantastic book. Scott McCloud at his best.
Definitely. And if you can't get, and for those of you who have already read Zot or know about Scott McCloud, you can't get enough of him, you should check out his artwork. Understanding Comics, a classic, alongside Will Eisner's sequential art and sequential art and so forth.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Well, really not right now. Although I do have one thing. Here's one thing I do want to talk about: Batman: Arkham City, the latest video game in the Batman Arkham.
Wait, isn't it Arkham Knight? Or?
Oh yeah, Arkham. Yeah, right. It's Arkham Knight. I keep on forgetting it because, frankly, there's been so many There's already been free games, but it's still so tired. It's still trying to keep up.
Hold up. I hear your phone ringing.
My phone? Oh, sorry. Hey, hold on a sec.
Don't worry, I'll edit that out. Yeah, sorry, Jack had a call, and I just couldn't think of anything to talk about, so I'm just gonna edit that out. I know it's a podcast, but I am going to edit that out.
Alright.
So, is there anything else?
Well, anyway, what I was trying to talk about was Batman Arkham Knight. By far, I have not played the game yet. I know, I'm a loser, not keeping up with the mainstream, but unfortunately, I have not played any of the games in the Batman Arkham series. I have seen the trailers, I have seen the game footage, I have seen some of the walkthroughs. I have to say, it's a very, very, very fun. It seems to be a very, very fun game. And also the inclusion of a new Batman villain, Arkham Knight, in this game that may not be a first, since Zoo was the first Batman character to be introduced to a video game in Batman vs. Sin Tzu back in 2003. But still, it looks like a very good game, and this looks like a very fitting ending to the Batman Arkham trilogy.
Yeah, and one of what's also weird?
What?
I haven't played the Arkham games either.
Sure. Who knows? I've read the comics, the prequels, and the series ongoing about the games, frankly. But yeah, I am caught up on it. I do know the story and all, so pretty much I should be fine, frankly, for now.
And I love Batman, but I don't like video games. I'm just gonna be flat out honest. I do not like video games, despite me owning an Xbox 360.
He used to, and he used to own a Nintendo 64 or whatever.
Wii.
Yeah, Wii.
I still have the Wii, but I barely play it. But they're pretty much dust collectors now because I don't like video games. I just like to watch movies or watch TV or read books. That's my passion. And everybody else and everyone around me is just wanting to play video games, and I just don't. I don't know what it is, but I just don't like video games anymore. So anyway, that's it for me. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done pretty much.
So that has been the second episode, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And anyway, I don't want to drag out the ending. I'm Mega Man Chief Fan, aka Graham.
And I'm Jack. His partner in crime.
And we'll see you later, guys.
Before we go, frankly, there's also something else we want to tell you. If you have any ideas for another episode or anything, or any discussions you want us to talk about, or anything else, leave your suggestions right in the comments box down below. We'll see you guys.
We'll see you later, guys.